Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Elecktrey and today we are doing yet another speed build on my Japanese countryside island. So these are the two builds that I have already done, so if you haven't seen those, please go and watch that. And we're gonna try to connect these, so that's gonna be fun. Also, Leonardo wanted to give me a reaction, so there's that. I knew I wanted to connect these two areas by the dirt path here and kind of make it into a triangle shape, and then also have some funky natural river going on the right side and make a bridge somehow. So that's what I did first. I knew it was gonna be difficult to continue having this straight path throughout my whole island because I want to have a very natural look to it, and then just straight paths isn't exactly the vibe to go, but I want to have these straight areas, hello. I want to have these more like organized paths somewhere along the island but not everywhere, and so I wanted to find a good way to transition that into the more overgrown rural area, if any of what I'm yapping about makes sense. And I feel like we did that pretty well. So I'm just filling in dirt path here to know what I'm going to be working on and kind of how to organize stuff. I wanted to make sure that my build also really matched what I did the last time, so I was going a bit back and forth just to see how things were adding up, if that makes sense. I also skipped up the part of me where I removed the old river that I had here because nobody needs to see that. So we start working on terraforming the river here. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to have some little islands and, you know, make sure it looks all natural and squiggly and all of that good stuff, and also have some tiny little islands in the river. And overall I'm very happy with how it turned out, as you'll soon see. I think it's easier to make a natural looking river the narrower it is, because then you can do a lot more fun shapes, but it needs to be a little bit wide for where the bridge is gonna be, because if you have the bridge too small, I feel like it looks a bit weird personally, at least for my build. So yeah, that's why it starts off a little bit wider and then gets a little bit narrower, and then, you know, it changes and varies like rivers should do. I think there are a lot of different bridges that is gonna look cute with my island theme, but for this one I wanted to go with the flat light brown bridge. I don't remember the name, but you'll see it soon as I put it down, because I just think the colors look really cool and it doesn't really take away from any of the other stuff that's going on here. So it's, you know, just a good addition and not something that's the most eye-catching thing about this area, if that makes sense. I do be yapping, so let me know if I don't make sense. As you may know, on my last island I didn't do any terraforming or waterscaping, so this is me kind of returning to doing waterscaping for the first time, and as you can see I'm struggling a bit. It takes me a bit of time to figure out what I want to do and stuff like that, and it's definitely a skill that you have to practice and I have forgotten all my skills, so that's why I'm very indecisive, and it doesn't seem like I know what I want to do, because, you know, I didn't really know what I want to do. So bear with me as I'm getting through this. Overall I'm very happy with how it turned out, but I was definitely struggling for a long time. I was like, does this even look good? Will people even like this? Do I even like this? But that's just how it is sometimes. You need to just take your time and see if things works as you go along. I'm also not sure what I want this river to lead to, so I'm gonna make a little waterfall and a little cliff, which is obviously not gonna be finished, and I'm not sure if I want to have it as a waterfall or a cliff there at all, but I knew I wanted the railway to be stopped by a river, because I never really know how to stop those kinds of custom design paths, and I was like, you know what, maybe it makes sense that it used to be a railway here and then some kind of natural water flow or whatever has decided to, you know, ruin the railway, and that's why the railway is no longer continuing. My other idea is just having it go into a cliff and make it look like a tunnel, or to turn it into a bridge somehow, but at least for this area I thought a river would be nice. Anyway, especially as it's a nice way to kind of stop that straight square looking dirt path I was talking about earlier. When I was recording this video, I was actually hanging out with some people in my lovely Discord server, so if that's something you would like to be a part of too, the link is in the description and everyone is welcome to join. And I thought it was very nice to have someone to talk to while I was doing this, because sometimes I don't know, sometimes it's a bit tedious to make these speed builds, especially when I don't feel super inspired and don't know exactly what to do. And it's just nice to have someone to talk to and be like, hey, does this look good? What is your opinions? And you know, just chatting out fun. So I would definitely recommend you joining if you want to join. I also recently did my 2000 subscriber event. So if you don't know, during the summer we hit 2000 subscribers on YouTube, and to celebrate that I did a special Twitch stream where we watched some of my old videos together and ranked them. That was definitely an interesting experience, and I do see how my videos have evolved over time, and I've definitely gotten better. Like, some of those were painful to watch, but overall it was a very fun experience. I'll probably make a video about that as well to summarize it for those of you who are here on YouTube and don't necessarily like Twitch or streams in general, but it was a really fun time. I don't know, maybe our 3K anniversary will come up soon, who knows? It depends on how good I am at making content, I guess, and how the algorithm gods want to treat me. But yeah, I hope we can do another fun event soon, because it's, you know, I just like hanging out with you guys and interacting and having fun, and that is how streaming has been for me in general. So I'm just putting that out there. Now that I'm finished with the waterfall, I'm gonna continue to put down some path here, and this I actually struggle a lot with, because as you can see, and as I was aware of when building this, the path here doesn't exactly add up with the bridge, and originally I wanted these to add up, but then I realized that the path I have here going across is 3 squares wide, meanwhile the one going from up to down, I guess, it's 4 squares, and I don't know why my teeny tiny pea brain thought both were 4 by 4 but it's actually 4 by 3. And if you don't know, the bridges are also 4 wide, so I wouldn't be able to match those up symmetrically anyway, which I was like, okay, I guess I'll just put it somewhere else and try to make a custom design path kind of naturally go over there in a little bit of a funky way. Which is why I really like this stone rock design, because you can kind of do whatever you want with them, since some of them are broken and some are full, or I guess not broken. Anyway, I think it was a good idea. It's gonna look a lot better with the bridge and items in general, so you'll see that very, very soon. I did this speed builds in like different days, so I needed a little bit of a break to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to decorate it. Sometimes you just need a little break to get some more inspiration, at least for me. Breaks are very important when making bigger builds. I also think it could have been nice to add another villager house here, but I haven't finished Happy Home Paradise yet, which I really need to do, because I need to change the villager houses and stuff like that so they can match perfectly, because I don't know, my brain just wants the houses to be perfect, so I gotta wait until I do that, even though I find doing the DLC very tedious. If you know me, you know that I don't love that DLC, but I do like all of the items and the customization options it brings, so I just have to speedrun it at some point just to, you know, get the stuff. So instead of doing another house next to Shino, I thought it could be nice with another little rice field, even though these are actually sugar canes, I think. Maybe I'll change it to something else later, but for now I'm just using the sugar canes, so it's gonna match the other quote-unquote rice patch I have on the entrance, and I think having the same kind of thing really makes these two builds blend well together. I hope it's not too repetitive though, that's what I'm kind of afraid of, because I didn't want my entrance and this resident services area to look the same, but I still wanted them to match, which is a difficult thing to do sometimes, I think. So I made sure to add some different items and some different colors to make sure, you know, to spice things up, I guess. There were a lot of different things I could do here, and I feel like I based my builds a little bit about what I had in my pockets, because I'm a bit lazy like that. I don't like going to treasure islands to get stuff, even though I know I have to do it, because, you know, I'm restarting my island and I don't have anything, so I need to go and pick stuff up, and if I'm gonna get everything organically in the game, it's just gonna take forever. But still, I find treasure islands so tedious, so I still go there, but I try to not go there more often than I have to, because I don't know, my brain just doesn't like it. It stresses me out. I think it's also difficult when I'm so early in making my island to figure out exactly what kind of items I want and stuff like that. I don't know if people struggle with the same thing, but when I'm more like halfway into the island building, I know what items look good together and what makes the theme cohesive and stuff like that. But in the beginning, I'm a bit scared, I guess, of picking up too many random items. I don't know if my thought process makes sense, but that's at least how I feel. So it's a bit of a process. I'm sure things are gonna be a bit easier once I've done a couple of more builds, but I am very happy. Like, don't get me wrong, I am very happy with how this island is turning out so far. I think it's very beautiful, I think it's very pretty, I like all the colors, and I like the island combination so far. And I'm also so happy to be back to like my clutterness, cause your girl loves clutter. My last island did not have this much clutter, so, you know, I'm really embracing my full clutter potential. But you know, still, it's always a bit of a struggle when it's a new island. I haven't done any decorating streams yet, so maybe I need to do that to get all of the inspiration juices flowing and all of that. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see how things go in the future. Anyway, now that the rice field is done, I am gonna do all of the decorating and stuff like that, because we are finished with all of the waterscaping and the terraforming and all of that fun stuff. So I'm starting here with Chino's teeny tiny little yard. It's literally just 6 squares, so I feel kind of bad for her, but I wanted to make it a little bit city-esque with these like teeny tiny I don't know if you can even call them yards, but just like, you know, this little outside area next to your house where it's not really a place for much, and she's kind of filling it with a little bit of trash, and I tried to make it a little bit aesthetic by adding some coffee and tea stuff. I don't know if that really came out that well, but anyway, I didn't know what to add here since the space is so tiny, and I didn't even have space for 3, so I couldn't really do any nature stuff either. But you know, this is what we ended up with. I still need to look a lot more at inspo from Japanese countryside houses and living areas and stuff like that. Right now, I'm mainly looking at Ghibli stuff, but I want to get inspiration from a lot of different things, and I'm also just winging it based on, you know, what I have in my inventory and stuff like that. I also originally thought maybe I should make the train station look a little bit more train station-ish, which is why I started with placing this transportation stop sign, but overall I feel like I didn't know how to do that, especially with the train station being in the back. So in my head, resident services is the train station, and then it wouldn't necessarily make sense to have the train station outside of the train station as well on top of that, if you're getting what I'm trying to say. So what I ended up doing is that I made this a little outdoorsy fishing sail place area, and that's because I had a lot of these fishing items that I've never used before, and I think they look really good, and I really like the colors and the height of the different items, so I thought that could be cute to place here. The reason I want to do this theme as well is because I get the option to use a lot of items I've never done before, which I think is very exciting. I also had no idea that some of this fish and different things came in these cute containers. So by the way, life hack, if you're looking for some new items you haven't thought about before, you should go and look at the different fish and sea creatures and bugs and stuff like that, because some of them have very different cages, or like here they are in like little buckets and stuff like that, and I just think that's really cute. And I don't think a lot of people use these items either, because they probably didn't know about it like I didn't know about it. So there you go. The more you know about this game. Even though this game came out forever ago, I feel like I'm still learning new stuff, which is very fun. And as you can see, I kind of like that you can still walk over to the sitting area. And I know it's maybe not that appealing to go and buy fish when the fish is laying on the floor, but sometimes we can't think all logic and we just have to go with the vibes, you know? I also want to have a fishing selling market thing on the beach, so where the path is going to lead to is on the beach, as you can see, and I think that this is like a nice teaser, if that makes sense, for what you're gonna see in the future. So like, I don't know, maybe one of the fish selling people decided to move their business a little bit closer to the train station to get to like more tourists and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that's what I'm thinking, if anybody's wondering what's going on inside my head. But anyway, I think the fishing items are cute and I wanted to use them, and I did that, so let's go. Since I'm building this so close to the resident services as well, I feel like all of my villagers are up in my build all the time, and it was starting to ignoring me a little bit, which is why I had a lot of cuts and stuff, because I just had to push them away. Be like, don't be here, this is not your place, we don't have space for this. There are so many cute different items you can do on a Japanese island, and I mean, there are so many cute items you can do everywhere, but I feel like there are a lot of stuff specifically that are really known for being more Japanese, if that makes sense. Especially like all of these vending machines and stuff like that you can see everywhere, at least on the pictures I've seen. I've never been to Japan, by the way, but I really want to go there. But that's why I also want to have some of these like vending machines and convenience stores scattered around different places, especially in like places you don't expect them. Even though by the train station is definitely a place you would expect them. But there are a lot of items I've never seen before and never thought about, like the plushie claw machine and also some of these gacha machines. I don't really remember their names, but anyway, there's so many cool like drink machines and vending machines that I'm so excited to use, and I really like how it goes with the theme and the colors and everything. Overall, I want this island to be very green and lush, so I think it's nice to have some different pops of colors every here and there. Even though you have a main color scheme on your island, which is something I think is a very good tip if you want to have a cohesive island, it's always nice to have some areas that are a little bit different from your overall color theme to make sure it doesn't get too boring when you walk around, and also don't limit yourself too much with what items you are allowed to use. Because if I'm only gonna do like green items, there are not a lot of things I would be able to use, you know. And especially since, you know, obviously grass is green. There is a lot of green on the island already, so you know, you gotta add the spice, you gotta add the different stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope you guys are starting to see the vision. I feel like at this point I'm just trying to put in the final piece of clutter and everything. This speed build is actually quite long, I would say, like close to 20 minutes, but for me at least, I feel like it's so nice to finally have this whole area finished, like from the entrance over to the water. It just makes my little Animal Crossing heart so happy. But yeah, if you're still here at the end of the video, thank you so much for being here. You are a real one and I appreciate you so much. As always, I have a couple of things that I want to bring up at the end of the video. If you don't already know, if you're not a part of the Discord server, you should be there because we have recently got our own Minecraft server. So if you like Minecraft and if you want to play Minecraft with me and my other friends in the server, you are very welcome to join. So all of the descriptions will be there. I've never played Minecraft before, but I'm having such a fun time playing it. So thank you to my friend Trin who made it and set it up. I am now a Minecraft fan. Never thought I would say that in my entire life, but now I play Minecraft, so if you want to join too, please join. I also stream over on Twitch 2 times a week, so if you want to see me live, please go and follow me over there. We do a lot of fun stuff, and as I mentioned, that's where we did the like subscriber event and stuff like that, and I'm sure we'll do a lot of more fun events in the future, and also some more Animal Crossing if you want to see me decorate live. Also remember to like the video if you liked it, so I know what kind of videos you like, and then I can make more videos that you like. You know, it's it's beneficial to all of us. And also subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, then you get notified every time I post something new and something cool and something fun. And you know, I always post fun stuff. I'm trying to self-advertise myself so bad right now, but I'm just trying to say please subscribe, I really appreciate it. If there are any other builds you want to see on this island, please let me know in the comments. And that is everything I have to say, so now I'm gonna show you how the build turned out. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!